Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Ever since Triple H took complete creative charge of the Vince McMahon promotion, WWE has been shockingly better. Methods during his over 40 years in authority over the largest wrestling event worldwide. Encouragement the game has made life more rational includes cutting out unnecessary names changed with certain terms that were outlawed for no apparent reason and driving increasingly stars with names like Seth Rollins Roman, reversals Cody Rhodes, Becky Lynch is Charlotte. Flair and Bianca Belair are still, yet Triple H has highlighted stars McMahon would have ignored like Gunther's do-it-yourself Pete Dunne, Mick Gable, and others, even if much has evolved for better in WW under Triple H than otherwise. Will always be judgments that irritate some. The following 5 choices have created. Of them, 5 regularly showed out, having 5 matches on lesser plat, except from WrestleMania 40. SummerSlam, every PL starting in April have included just 5 games that incorporates Reaction France. Harmony at the Castle, money deposited in the bank, and Bash it. Berlin, every main title changed in, especially during certain events. The focus WWE stands for has also been somewhat fixated with angles, showing in the Bloodline as well as in the Judgment Day, independent of whether title were included. The exercise that lets those scheduled plenty of time to narrate their narrative in ring. However, some of the book fits feature areas where objects are pulled out instead of every bout's plotting page. Every contest might have time trimmed from it to allocate other stars a place on the card. Even 3 minutes were sliced off every one of the 5 contests that yield 15 extra minutes for a 6 competition. Less games on a C lesson reduces the chance for a 4-letter title change. Uneven booking of women's tag team, constancy in Division 1, independent of the person in responsibility of creativity is the booking surrounding the WWE Tag Team for Women titles. Things began to become really modest. Better once Chelsea Green took home the trophies. Since then, last summer, but the belts have ping-ponged between many teams. They have changed ownership 5 times since December 2023 plus 4 times in 2024. WWE wants to keep relentlessly pushing both Bianca Belair and Jade Carroll, even in spite of they aren't in the scene for the singles crown. 2 of the division's largest stars, but I don't need titles to be notable. Where does it leave stars with whom his tag teams served as main purposes? Describe Caden Carter and Amp Katana. Probability and the unholy union were 2. Should they not be in the title image? That was the one characteristic they were highlighted with. On Raw and SmackDown, given the titles the superfaces now possess, once again, investing in any of these, unless they are triple, their matches, Dangers Belair and Cargill consistently squish the competition, even if the games are set out to seem 3-channel competition overtaking. One major shift in WWE's ringside, one that developed in WWE after the TKO union, was placement of products and advertising in the Prime. Hydration became the official element of the transaction. The part related to promotions included placing Prime logos on matting for please and every exhibit. The cooperation could be favorable for Logan Paul and the business itself, but it seems like a cash grab. That was one benefit McMahon brought for fall sponsorships rather than depending on his wrestling. Artists resemble NASCAR cars, clothed in many advertising. WWE too has made use of certain sponsors of particular matches and has sliced to 15-second intervals throughout those. Corresponds exactly with the whole endeavor, diverting from the in-ring activity, comments, and does not enhance them. Second product, 2 representation for secondary. Championships different from women's tag team. Last time, championship, either Seth. Tag team championships were on the line on a PL. Was WrestleMania 40 the events with has been reserved for SmackDown's episodes. Before Global Affairs conversely, the women's tag team championships have been on 3PL all starring Jade Carroll and Bianca Belair. The powerhouse duo has accomplished twice the Intercontinental Belt count. Championship has only appeared on a few events since April, while the U.S. title lacks the narrative threads for the strong enough WWE Tag Team Championships to be listed among the lesser one. Displays the scenario with the women's tag title has just been heels messing around randomly. Games culminating in a predictable title. Contests involving, since equitable representation is a concept that massive problem in society that WWE should follow suit using all of its champions. 1. Cody's odd narrative. Rhodes and friends of Kevin Owens fighting occasionally over a championship may work. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes have been friends throughout the last several years and more. Consequently, in 20,124, the award winner is due another serious championship run, but few anticipated he would actually destroy Rhodes at the Bash. The finest Berlin title matches are those when there is great standalone possibility for a trade. Cena placed another claim to the unquestionably WWE Championship despite, among those who prevailed in Berlin, he worked in NXT. After many defeats for the Americans from North America, champion supporters will be involved. Owens is fantastic at what he does. They don't need to flip him heel. He is still rather popular among fans as good dude. This shud seems like fluff. Between bigger angles as one step. Assume a more prominent leadership position within WWE. Triple H has proved dedication to overhaul the offering, his image, but not all of his choices, having been generally applauded, although somehow of his actions have energized the fan curiosity and revived cherish. Others have questioned wrestlers' behavior and spurred fierce arguments among the WWE universe. One consistent problem with which still afflicutes problems for WWE represents the topic of equitable participation among all the talents on the roster, notwithstanding attempts at creation. Additional chances for which supporters remain dubious about some judgments as they doubt. And if Triple H is really dedicated to inclusion, or if the present situation of WWE is as harmonic as it seems on surface. Here 5 choices taken by Triple H, leaving WWE viewers feeling doubtful over whether equal representation is really very being completed. 1. The restless push of women's tag teams. Asterisk. One of the most obvious problems over years in WWE has been the improper handling of the women's. Triple H has tag team division whilst has been a champion of women's. Change his female booking to tag titles have included underwhelming the tag division for the ladies, despite much promise that ran from a lack of significant, plenty and lots of screen time. Observers have seen how men's tag teams usually take front stage, and while tag teams including women find themselves put into hurriedly set up games with little build-up or direction, many contend that this discrepancy points to more of a problem with equal representation between male and feminine talent, even producing a women's tag division to advance equality. It has sometimes felt as a secondary consideration under Triple H's leadership leaves behind admirers, wondering if the separation would ever receive the deserved appreciation. Triple H has also come under attack for the fragmentation of outstanding women's tag teams, the most recent breakup of Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan that displayed great possibilities as a dominating squad, letdown enthusiasts hoping to witness long-term collaboration flourish. This disparity in treatment of women's tag teams feed even more uncertainty regarding whether equal representation is really being quite prioritized too, with an emphasis on established stars above recently acquired talent. Another region where supporters are focused on equitable representation is the dependence on known stars. Cost of emerging talent. Triple H's term has witnessed the return of huge talents like Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Edge to main events like these. Veterans definitely attract, and ratings have won their places in the limelight. Fans concern younger wrestlers about not having sufficient chances to. Many in the higher tier feel this as well. Still too is WWE under Triple H, mostly dependent on legends and part-timers, restricting the opportunities for fresh skill to glow stars such as Karrion Kross.